PPC Building Dreams, building it right from the start.
The right combination of passive and active design strategies are required to keep people comfortable. Durable buildings that need to stand the test of time use a combination of PPC OPC, shore build and Botswana in conjunction with other materials such as sand and stone, together with the right blend of passive and active design strategies to minimize energy, materials, water and land use. In today's episode, we'll be talking to a concrete design expert who will be giving us the ins and outs of the best way to keep your house as sustainable as possible. Daniel, what exactly is passive design?
Well, passive design in principle is using what the dear Lord and nature gives us for free. And in short, that means using the sun and using the wind and the climate of your specific location. Also, there are certain aspects such as thermal massing, sun angles.
What does thermal massing mean?
Well, anybody who has been inside a tin shack would know that it's extremely hot in the daytime, and in winter it could become very cold. And the reason for that is because you've got a very thin frame structure. In other words, energy can escape or enter the building much quicker. When it comes to thermal massing, you're talking about something like concrete, which is not only a very dense material but also quite thick. In short, what it does, it means that the energy gets transferred much slower from the outside to the inside during daytime, and then at night time, when it's generally cooler, it means that the energy that has been absorbed in the mass of the building can radiate to the interior, and thereby keeping the temperatures, the extreme temperature fluctuations between daytime and nighttime, more on an equal level. So passive design principles makes for good design. It makes sense economically because it means that you can save money in terms of your energy efficiency of the house. And also from a sustainability viewpoint, it makes sense because we are saving our planet by not using too much energy. And also in terms, lastly, I think what is important is that you want to achieve an interior which is ambient and which is comfortable to its users. In other words, an interior of a space which is cool in summer and warm in winter.
When we talk orientation, what does that mean? What are the benefits of getting the right orientation?
Well, orientation means that in the southern hemisphere, which is where we are, that generally your house should orientate north, actually slightly east of north, because that maximizes your sun angles and your sun penetration into the house. What is very important in our part of the world is to minimize western windows, because your late afternoon sun, especially in summer, is the unwanted orientation. So you're going to try and minimize your windows on the west. You will maximize your windows, your bedroom spaces, usually on the east side for morning sun, and then in the afternoons you would try and maximize the sun, especially in winter. What is interesting is that you've got different sun angles. So in summer the sun would sit slightly higher in the sky and the angle would be steeper. Whereas in winter the sun angle will get lower, which means that if you design your roof overhang in such a way that it blocks the sun in summer, so your spaces inside is in shade, but in winter, when the sun angle is much lower, the sun can move into the space, penetrate into the space and warm the interior space.
How do you cool your building using passive design?
When it comes to passive design, another aspect that we need to look at is the way that you could use wind or natural ventilation. We all know that hot air rises, and so if you use that idea, what we call a stack effect, especially in high spaces, hot air would rise and it will be replaced by cooler air. So you use that principle to drive natural ventilation through your house. So instead of using air conditioning, you can actually use passive ventilation principles to ensure a constant flow of cool air through your space.
That has been quite insightful, Daniel. Remember the importance of the glue, the cement that holds everything together. Don't settle for an cement. Ask for the tried and tested one, the one as strong as an elephant. Ask for PPC cement.